Three words are very important: reputation, personality, and character. And I hope that most of us have some basic understanding about these three words. Reputation is what the people are talking about you and what image you have in the market. Now the problem is the difference between personality and character. People use these two words interchangeably. Where they have to use character, they use personality, and where they have to use personality, they use character many times, and we must have seen. Now, we also have a type of feeling that character is a very powerful word, though personality is also very powerful, but we have a feeling, a gut feeling that character has some different meaning, very unique meaning. Now, if we chat with other people, they will talk about personality, that the way you dress, the way you talk, the language which you are using, the words which you are using. Yes, communication skills can be a part of it. That how do you present yourself in front of all the people. But if we just go into the depth of these three words, they may have a very unique and different meanings, and if we can understand the real meaning and the philosophy behind these words, then I hope that it can add a unique value, a very powerful value in our lives. So let's understand this from an analogy. Now, if we have a big tree, it has its roots, it has its trunks, and then it has some branches on which you can see some leaves, you can see some fruits and flowers. If we look at the tree from outside, we see its beauty, with the flowers, with the fruits, and with the leaves. Now you can see that this is the reputation of that tree. Generally, these trees will be real, and all these fruits and leaves and flowers will be real. But we can also see that there are some fake trees which are made up of plastic or maybe paper, which do not have lives. Now, so that is the reputation. So that reputation can be fake, just like a paper tree. There is a slight difference between the real and fake. So a reputation can be fake, which the people are trying to build by using social networks like Facebook and WhatsApp and other type of activities like Twitter and many other type of activities. They will try to show that they are very rich or they are very intelligent, even if they are not. And they will try all sort of activities to prove that they have some specific uniqueness or they are superior to others in some way. And this we must have seen a lot. Now it comes to trunk. Consider trunk as your personality. Now without this personality, you cannot have these branches and you cannot have a reputation. And then comes the roots, the most important part of the tree. It goes deep and it does all the work. It feeds the trunk, which creates the whole tree. So without these roots, a tree cannot exist. Even if it is existing, it is not going to live a very healthy tree. We cannot call it as a healthy tree. So you can consider these roots as your character, which is the most important part. Even if a tree is cut down, but if the roots are alive, the tree can come back to life again. It can become very big and strong. But if you put acid on the roots, then the tree dries down. It dies, and it's very difficult to make it alive again because the main portion of the tree is dead. The same is the case with human beings. Your character is the most important part of your being. Without character, you cannot have a personality, and based upon it, you cannot have a true reputation. People try to build a fake reputation, but it cannot last long. It will die soon. We must have seen people building a reputation over the years, a fake reputation, but it comes down whenever the reality comes out. And we must have seen a lot of people like that. So the main focus has to be on the character. Let's understand it from a very simple meaning. Reputation is the what others think about you. Then personality is what you are thinking about yourself. And your character is what you really are. So that is the difference between the reality, what you are thinking about yourself, and what others are thinking about you. In fact, if we see that all of these should be same. These should not be three different dots on a piece of paper representing three different areas. It should not be the case. And we must have seen with the people who are living a principled life, these three dots are same. While for most of the people, these three dots are not connected to each other, and they are not same. In fact, logically, what is your character? It should be your personality, it should be your reputation. So many times what happens, we must have seen a lot of confused people who are not able to get some clear answers in their lives. And we can see that what is their character, what they really are, is different from what they are thinking about themselves, and which is completely different from their reputation. So they are confused. They do not know what they can do and what they cannot do, what they want and what they do not want. They are bewildered, they are confused. And that's the reason they are not able to take firm decisions. If a person is able to take clear decisions and he knows or she knows that this is something which she can do and this is something which she cannot do, that means that person has some clarity about themselves. Many times people do not know what they are. So the first thing which you need to do is to understand what you are. And that's a starting point of building your character. And then you also need to speak truth to yourself about all the activities. Because many times when you are speaking false to yourself, you are confusing yourself with the hope that, okay, sometimes the things will change and something will happen, some miracle will happen, which never happens. So you need to know about your reality. Reveal that reality to yourself and then work on it to improve it. Because without knowing the reality, you cannot work on it. And you need to be very much firm about it that you are going to change your character if you want to change your character. And then forget about your reputation. You need to just use your common sense to build your reputation. For example, you need to be smart, you need to dress well, and these are the common sense activities. You cannot go to your office wearing shorts. That doesn't look good. Though maybe it may be a culture of different companies, but generally it is not going to be accepted in the world market. So everything is very simple. If you want to have a complete clarity about yourself in your life and you want to build a very strong reputation, focus on reality. Understand the reality and don't try to show something false to other people. Be real and tell real to yourself. And you must have seen in a lot of interviews when the interviewer is asking a lot of questions about yourself. Yes, that person is trying to understand your knowledge and also want to know a lot of things about you. But basically this person is trying to understand your character, the underlying character, that what this person is going to do or what this person really is. And that's the reason this person is asking a lot of questions about your background and your past and about your family members. Because based upon your environment, based upon your upbringing, this person can have a basic idea about what you can be. And that's the reason this person is asking a lot of questions about your attitude and giving you some cases or some conditions in which how you are going to solve those problems and asking a lot of different questions about your thinking, your views, and your basic philosophy. So that person is trying to know the underlying character. And you also know the character of other people, their true character, whatever the reputation they are trying to build, whatever the personality they are trying to show to you. But you know their basic character. And you are not going to get connected to the person who has a weak character or some very low level character, because you know that that person cannot be trusted. You cannot work and this person is not going to add any value to you. This guy is going to suck a lot of value from you. So disconnect with all the negative people in your life right now, because these people cannot add any value to you. They are going to suck the positivity or some value out of you. So just disconnect because they cannot add any value. And focus on building your character. And as we have discussed that you have to speak truth to yourself and also the truth to others. Keep your words. Whatever you are saying, do that. And if you are not able to do, inform that person that you will not be able to do that thing. You will be able to build a strong reputation in the market. And that's how you will be able to build credibility. People will start trusting you based upon your actions. And that's how you are going to build. Remember these three words: reputation, personality, and character. Reputation, what others are thinking about you. Personality, what you are thinking about yourself. And your character is what you really are. So focus on building what you really are, and everything will fall in line. And try to see that is your character and personality are different or are the same. And if they are different, try to put them same. Speak truth to yourself. Don't try to show that you are very brave when you are not. Speak truth to yourself that you have some problems, you are covered, and so that you can take actions to rectify it, to improve it. Focus on building your character and see how your life changes and how better you become.